Welcome to Pre-Calculus Lesson 6. In this lesson, we will discuss the equation of line, parallel and perpendicular lines. So, mostly the different forms of equation of line, we can say. Let's look at next page. So, we have different forms, as you can see. Point slope form, slope intercept form, general or standard form. So we have these forms actually, equation of a straight line. It means equation of a straight line can be written in these three different forms. Okay, three different forms. Then we'll discuss on parallel and perpendicular lines. And these three different forms these are coming up. You will see. First of all, this is from the review. As you know, what is slope? What is the definition of slope? Slope is the change in y over change in x, right? Or rise divided by run. So change in y means y2 minus y1, and change in x means x2 minus x1. So we can write it like this: change in y divided by change in x, which is just this. Okay. And this thing actually we can develop another equation from this definition: m equals to y2 minus y1 divided by x2 minus x1. From this thing, we can actually develop another equation. See this: if we multiply both sides by x2 minus x1, if we multiply this side by x2 minus x1 and this side by x2 minus x1, what happens? Then we can cancel them out, and we have then y2 minus y1 equal to this line. We have this y2 minus y1 equals to m into x2 minus x1. And actually this is in general, you can see this form and this form is somewhat similar. Y minus y1 equals to m into x minus x1. See, m into some x value, then some y value is in the other side. And in fact, this form is this form we got here is called the point slope form of the equation. This is called, as you can see, point slope form. Why it is called point slope form? Because if one point and slope is given, then we can use this equation to find out the equation of a straight line. We can use this formula, basically, you can say. This form, we can use this. And what is that? Let's look at how can we use it. Okay, how can we use it? Say, for example, we have given one point is 1, minus 2, and slope is given 3. Then how we will get the equation of a straight line? Look at this. Notice that this is x value and this is y value. This is x value, this is y value. Always in some ordered pair. First value is x, second value is y. And we can consider that this is x1, this is x1, and this is y1, because this x and y will remain in our equation. You can think it this way. So this is x1, this is y1, and this is the slope. Slope means this is the value of m. This is the value of m, and this thing is color coded, so you can actually see this is red color y1. So this is the y1 red color, and this is the somewhat blue, and this is the blue color. We just need to put this 1 here and minus 2 here and 3 here to get the equation of a straight line. And if we put it, see, this thing looks like this, which is the form of, and we can actually write one more line here. If we write one more line, then this will look like y plus 2 equals to 3x minus 3. We can write it like this. And if we want, we can actually extend it a bit more. We can extend it a bit more, 3x, and we can send this to this side, and it will become, this is plus 2. If we send it to the other side, it will become minus 2. Minus 2 and minus 3 will become minus 5. So this is another form of actual equation of a straight line, which is coming up. You will see that this will be called as slope and intercept form. This is the slope and this is the y-intercept. This is coming up in the coming slides. So in fact, we can actually this way transform also this way we can. By this I mean further calculation is possible, and one of the way to do this calculation is this. And this has a name. This is called, let me write it here, slope-intercept form. Slope-intercept form. Okay, this is slope-intercept form. And why it is called slope-intercept form? The reason is this is the y-intercept and this 3 is the slope. That's why it is called slope-intercept form. Now, why it is called point slope form? Point slope form. Why it is called? Why this form is called point slope? Because if a point is given and slope is given, then we use this formula, this rule, or this setup to find out the equation of a straight line. Okay, that is the reason. Now we have few practice problem here. So some questions, some slope is given and points are given. You have to find out the equation of a straight line. So you give a try. We have the solution here. We will discuss the solution. You give a try, and then when you are done, you can you can start watching it again. So pause it now and try them, and then when you are done, then come back. We will discuss. Okay, let's look at the solution. So what is going on here? First of all, see, this is the slope and this is the point. That means the rule that we discussed in the previous slide, we can use directly that rule here. And if we use it, see, this is the point and this is the x value, so x value goes there, and this is the y value comes here, and this is the slope is here. Just directly put the things in the formula, then we get it. Second question, 2 points are given. 2 points are given. We have to find out the equation of a straight line. Then if 2 points are given, what can we do? There is no slope given. Notice that there is no slope given. In this question, slope is given and 1 point is given. But in this question, no slope is given. 2 points are given. There are 2 points given here. So what can we do? First of all, as 2 points are given, we can find out slope from here. Because if 2 points are given, then the formula for slope is m equal to y2 minus y1 divided by x2 minus x1. So suppose this is x1 y1, this is x2 y2, then just subtract it and you get the slope. Once you get the slope, then you can use this point or this point, any one point. Then the math looks like the number 1. You get the slope and you get points. There are 2 points given. Any one point you can use to find out the equation of a straight line. And this is done here. First of all, slope, finding the slope. Then use any of the equation, any of the point. You can use this point or you can use this point to find out the equation of a straight line. After finding the slope, the math is like number 1. After finding the slope, the math just like number 1. You just put the slope here. See, this 2 is here, and the other values actually basically just put them there. The rule that we have seen in the previous page, as you know, the rule is what? Y minus y1 equals to m into x minus x1. So basically we are putting all these things here in this form. Okay, see, this y, this is y, this is y, minus y1. Y1 means you can consider this one is x1, this is y1. So y1 means this is minus 4. So if you put minus 4 here, there is another minus here, minus plus, it becomes plus 4. Same thing happens with this part. So you can do either this one or you can do this one. Both answer is actually same. Both will give us the same equation of straight line. Both of them will give us the same equation of a straight line. And this one is for the line in the problem 2. This one, what is the value of y when x equals to 0? That means if we put x equal to 0 here, then y equal to what? That is the question. and just you see, just you put x equal to 0 here. So if you put x equals to 0, then 2 into 0 equal to 0, then 2 into 1 equals to 2. This 4 comes to this side, it becomes minus 4, 2 minus 4 equal to minus 2. You can solve it, by your own. This is like simple solution. Okay, let me show you. This is super easy actually. Y plus 4 equals to 2 into 0 equal to 0, then 2 into 1 equal to 2. Then you see there is a plus 4 in this side. Let's transfer it to this side, then it will become minus 4. And ultimately 2 minus 4 equals to minus 2. That's why it is minus 2 here. Okay, so these are the practice problem. You can once again you can just have a look if your answer and our answer is matching, so that you can make sure that you are doing them correctly. That is like second way also, like second one also you can solve, and you can see that in the both case answer is coming same. This is what we meant by both will give you the same answer. We said that they will give you the same answer because they are the same equation of a straight line. Then we have slope-intercept form and general form or standard form. Let me first of all bring them up. So I told you actually what is the slope-intercept form in our discussion in the second slide. So this one was the slope-intercept form. One example is, let's say these are the example actually, y equal to 2y6. This is one example of slope-intercept form. This is the y-intercept, this is the slope. This is the y-intercept and slope. And point slope means one point given and one slope given. Then point slope form comes. This is the form of point slope form. This is the form of point slope form. And this is the slope, and this is the point. 4 is the y1, 1 is the value of x1. So this is x1, this is y1, this is the slope. See, x1, y1 and slope. So what is here? Point and a slope. That's why it is called point slope. And this is slope-intercept. This is the slope and this is the intercept. This is called y-intercept. You can write this way also. B or C, both is y-intercept. This is just some alphabet, by the way. Suppose sometimes in some book you will see mx plus b, in some book you will see mx plus c. They means the same thing. They are not different thing. This is called general form. In the Sullivan book, in our book, they said that's general form. But in many other books, sometimes this form is called standard form also. And one example of a standard form is this: ax plus b y equal to c. This is the standard form or general form, and this is the example of that standard form. So this is a. There is no value which we can say that this is minus 1, and this is the value of c. A, B, C. Then xy is here. What does it mean? Why we need them? Sometimes in some of the questions, sometimes someone can ask you, write an equation of straight line in standard form. So at that time you have to write it in this form. Someone can tell you, write your answer in the slope-intercept form. Then you have to write this answer like this. If they tell you, write your answer is, generally no one actually will ask you to write it in the point slope form. Basically, mostly this one and this one is used in the solution. Like they will ask you, give you solution in slope-intercept form or give you solution in standard form, or they will tell you find out the solution. Simply at that time you can write the answer in slope-intercept form or in the standard form. Point slope form, why it is important then? It is important because most of the maths, when we start solving, we start from here. We need to start from this way, because in most of the cases point or slope is given, or 2 points are given, somewhat related to this. So when we start the math, this process, this part here is very useful, and when we finish the math, then actually comes this form or this form. In most of the case, this form is very useful. Sometimes standard form also. Okay, we start the math with this form and we finish the math in this form. Usually, you will see that when you will start solving the maths. In most of the math, you will see that they are used in this pattern. But there are always some difference as well. Yeah, see what are the advantage of each form? There are some advantage in different form. For example, the advantage of this form is actually we have always this automatically gives us the y-intercept and slope, this form. But this form do not gives us the y-intercept automatically. We have to put x equals to 0 and do the calculation like this. And this form actually gives us like we need to find out this x equal to 0 what happens, y equal to 0 what happens. Then if we want to find out the slope, then we need to send everything in the other side, keep y in this side and everything in the other side. So basically tons of things is going on with this form. This kind of thing. This is slope-intercept form. So slope-intercept form means what? Slope-intercept form means y-intercept is given. Intercept means y-intercept. Something like here, y-intercept. This is the y-intercept of this line. And slope means what is the rise over run of this point. Say for example, this point is, this is the run, this is the rise. So it is 2 box. It is 1 2 3 1 2 3 3 box. So this is the slope. So 2 divided by 3 is the slope, and this is 1 2 3. 3 is the y-intercept. So if we want to write the equation of this line, the equation of this line will be mx, m equal to 2 divided by 3 x plus c or b, which is y-intercept 1 2 3. So it is 3. So this is the equation of a straight line in slope-intercept form. Now if you want to convert it to standard form, then you just need to do the calculation and write it in ax plus by plus c format. But this is how this kind of math is done. Okay, this part is what? This part is y-intercept. This part is, let me use another color for that. This color. So this part is, this plus 3 is here, this y-intercept, this part, and this plus 3 comes from here. 2 by 3 comes from here. This is the 2 and this is the 3. 2 divided by 3, why? Because slope equal to rise divided by run. This is the rise, this is the run, and we always have to start from some starting point. You can actually start from some other point also, no problem. I started it from here. That's it. That's why. And the reason is the figure is freehand. That's why. Anyway, so this is the discussion on slope-intercept form. So slope and intercept. Slope, you need slope, and you need intercept. Intercept means y-intercept here. And now let's look at them. So what is going on here? Graph each of this line. This line is given here, y equal to minus twice x plus 3. So 3 is what? 3 is what? According to our discussion, 3 is what? This 3. This 3 is the y-intercept, right? That's why I see y-intercept is here. Y-intercept is here. And this minus 2 is what? Minus 2 is the slope. So there is nothing here in the down, so we can write 1 down. That means minus 2 divided by 1. Minus 2 divided by 1 means along the x-axis how much? Along the x-axis 1 and along the y-axis negative 2. That means 1 and negative 2 means down. And that means this one. So this is the drawing of this figure. Okay, and they are the same actually, basically the same thing here. And you can see that these are this color code. Let's look at the color code now, just to I will erase my thing. So this value here is the slope. This color, green color, this is the slope. Minus 2. Here there is nothing, so 1, 1 by 2, they are the slope, and 3, 3, 3, they are the y-intercept. Here also they are the y-intercept, and this is the slope. This minus 2 is the slope. So let's try to draw this graph here. This graph. What happens if we draw this graph? Suppose 3 number. If we want to draw this graph, what happens? So this is 3, y-intercept is again 3, and this is 1 divided by 2. 1 divided by 2 means what? Our x value is what and y value is what? X value is 2, y value is 1, and both are positive. There is positive sign. There is no negative sign, that means it is positive. So our y, this is the y and this is the x. So x is 2, y is 1. So let's go 1, 2. X value is 2 and y value is 1. This is 2, this is 1. Okay, then we can just join these 2 points. We can just join these 2 points to get our equation of this line. So this will be the equation of this line 3. This is the equation of line 3. Let's try this one, because there is nothing here in the constant term. There is nothing here. Let's try this one. How can I draw this? This one is just minus twice x. Nothing else is given. What is the y-intercept here? Plus, so nothing is given. So what is the y-intercept here? Let's use some other color. This one. Okay. So like there is no plus, let's say plus what or minus what, nothing is given. So that means there is 0 here. Nothing is given, which means 0. So y-intercept is 0. And we have here slope is minus 2. Minus 2 means minus 2 divided by 1. That means our x is 1, y is negative 2. So x is 1, y is negative 2. Negative 2 is here. Then you just join them. You just join them to get the line. We just join them to get the line. I think a line is somewhat like this. Yeah, so this is the equation of this, like this is the drawing for this 3 number. So what you have to do is, first of all, we have to go for the y-intercept, and then we have to work with the slope. This is how we can draw them. And from the drawing also, if you want to bring the equation, then you have to follow the same process. You have to write the y-intercept here and the slope here, slope of the line here. So this thing we can do, actually this is called the vice versa thing, kind of. Okay, we can come back to the equation, or we can go to the straight lines drawing, and both will work the same way. And both will work the same way. Then we have this one. Actually this thing is also kind of review the horizontal line and vertical line. Let's discuss it a little bit more. So is this a horizontal or vertical line? How do we know? Is this a horizontal or vertical line? How do we know? Thus, this is simple. This is how the horizontal line is defined. Okay, this is like some line which is parallel to the ground that we see. And this line is parallel to the ground. Again, the word parallel comes here. So which is like somewhat going through the ground, or going over the ground, soil, ground, or floor. This is the horizontal line. And vertical line is like going directly up. Some line going directly up. So if a line is horizontal, what will be the slope of that line? We know that there will be some y-intercept. That's for sure. There is some y-intercept. For example, this equation, the y-intercept is negative 2. We know that the y-intercept is negative 2. But then what is the slope in this question? What is in this equation, in this drawing? What is the slope? We can actually try to find out the slope by using any 2 points. Suppose this point and this point, we can try to find out the slope by writing their coordinate here, then by using that our slope formula y2 minus y1 divided by x2 minus x1, you will find that answer is for the slope for the horizontal line, all the horizontal line, slope will start coming 0, because upper term will become 0, because there is no change in y. That's why it will become 0. And interestingly, for the vertical line, slope will become, there is some change in y, but there is some change in y, some value here. Let's say here 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 7 plus 7, 14. But the line, there is some arrow sign, which means it is continued forever. So there will be some value here, and this value will be 0 because there is no change in x, which means for the vertical line, this is undefined. Because any number divided by 0 equal to undefined. And why it is 0? Because some number divided by anything, whatever is here, something equal to 0. Okay, 0 divided by something equal to 0, and something divided by 0 equal to undefined. Okay, so that's why we get the thing like this. And the equation of any vertical line will be in this form: x equal to a, and a means this number 1, 2, 3. So this equation will be x equals to 3. Equation of this line will be x equals to 3. Equation of this line will be x equal to 3. Suppose if I draw, let me explain this in full length. Let me tell you what is going on here. Suppose if I draw another line here, what will be the equation of this line? This is also a vertical line. What will be the equation of this vertical line? This will be x equals to c minus 1 minus 2. So this will be x equals to minus 2. Okay, so let me draw another line. What will be the equation of, let's say, this line? Oh, that's not good. Okay, take a straight line. What will be the equation of this line? This line. 1, 2, 3, 4. What? 5, right? 5. So x equals to 5. And what is the equation of this line then? Since it is horizontal line, then the general form, as you can see, general form is y equal to b. So equation of this line will be y equals to, and actually it comes from the calculation also. When you put m equal to 0, then you start seeing it, that x will get vanished. So this will be y equals to negative 2. This is the equation of this horizontal line, y equal to negative 2. And if we draw a line here, what will be the equation of this line? What will be the equation of this line? It will be y equal to what? 1, 2, 3. It will be y equal to 3. Let's draw a curve. Y equals to 3. 1, 2, 3. So this way actually you can easily find out equation of vertical line and horizontal line. Just keep it in mind for simplicity. For vertical line, it will be x equal to where the line is. This is the line is at 3, so it is x equal to 3. This line is at minus 2, so it is x equal to minus 2. Like that. Let's go to the next one. Slope-intercept form. This is more practice. So change the equation this into slope-intercept form. Basically, you just you just transfer all the calculations to the other side and just do the calculation to get it. Okay. So y equal to what? If you send the 3x to this other side, 3x to this other side, and this 4 is in the other side, then divide both sides by 2, you get them. let me show you. So slope intercept means the form must be like this: y equal to mx plus c. This is the slope intercept. So what is the problem here? The problem is we have x and y both in the left side, but in our form, slope intercept form, only y is in the left side. So that means we have to transfer this to this right side. So it will become twice y equals to thrice x minus thrice x, because it is plus, so it will be minus thrice x plus 4. There is 4 there in this side. Then this is just only y, but there is twice y. That means we have to send this 2 to the other side also. And it is in the multiple form, so it will be division. So it will be 3 minus 3. Both of the term we have to divide by 2. So we can write it minus 3 divided by 2. Then x plus 4 divided by 2. And 4 divided by 2 equals to 2. This is why the equation is written like this. Find the equation of the line. Find the equation of the line on the graph and write it in the slope-intercept form. So this is the point and this is the point. How can we find out this equation of this line? How can we find it out? What is the way? So you have 2 points, just like our previous methods. You have 2 points. When you have 2 points, actually we can use the slope formula. M equals to y2 minus y1 divided by x2 minus x1. We get the slope, and by using the slope point form, actually we can find out the equation of this form. This equation we can get. So this is the way. Let me show you. M equals to y2 minus y1 divided by x2 minus x1. You can consider any point as y2. Which point you want to consider? Say for example, let's say this is x1, this is y1. Suppose we could consider this one also. Answer will be same. So y2 minus y1, that means minus 6 minus 0 divided by x2 minus x1. x2 means minus 5 minus 4. So what we have here is minus 6 divided by 4 and 5 means 9, minus 9. And you can see minus minus cancel out. Then you can 6 divided by 9 equal to 2 divided by 3. Because both of the term is cancelled, you can do some cancellation by 3 in both numerator and denominator. So it will be 3, and you can see this 2 by 3 is this 2 by 3, the slope. And y-intercept is minus 8 by 3. You may think like, okay, how do I know that minus y by 3 is the y-intercept? For that we can just use this form: y minus y1, y minus y1. y1 means we considered this, right? So write here 0. Y minus y1 equals to m, that means 2 by 3 m y minus y1 m into x minus x1 into x minus x1 is 4. You just do the calculation, you will get this simply. Already we can see the answer. This is y, see y, then 2 by 3x, 2 by 3x, then 2 by 3 multiply, you get 2 into 4 equal to 8, and 3 is down here. So we get them. Alright. Now, what are the parallel lines? Parallel lines are the line which have this kind of shape. As you can see, parallel lines are everywhere. We see this. These two lines are parallel because they have equal distance from each other. This point, this line and this line, their distance is equal everywhere. They go up, but they are not coming close at any point, at anywhere. They are going up and they are going up. Or in the other side, they are going down and they are going down. They keep by keeping the same distance. By keeping the same distance. Suppose if it is 2 here, perpendicular distance, then this perpendicular distance is also 2. Everywhere they will keep the distance 2, suppose. Or everywhere they will keep the distance 5, 6, whatever it is. They will keep the distance same. What does it mean? It means they will never meet. If they go this way forever, still there will be some distance, the gap, same amount of gap. And then we will call them parallel lines. And the one very important thing of parallel lines are the slope of both of the line is same and they have different y-intercept. You can see if I draw another parallel line here, just approximate parallel line. Suppose if I draw another parallel line here, let's put it in somewhere down here. Suppose this line is also parallel. They can keep distance a little bit more, no problem, but they have to keep it same everywhere. That's it. This line's slope, and this line's slope, all of their slope will be same. This is the very important thing of parallel lines. All of the parallel lines slope is same. All of their slope is same. And you can see it here. The slope is -2 for this line, and the slope is -2 for this line also. Slope is same, but y-intercept is different. My red color one is random drawing, so let me erase it. Basically, we also can draw another line, which is let's not draw a random line. But I think you got the point. They will keep the same distance. Both of the line will be same distance away from each other. Then they will be parallel lines. Now, suppose if I ask you this question, I'm now talking about the application. Suppose if I ask you this question, y equal to let's say 3x thrice x plus 5. This is the equation. And then if I say y equal to, let's keep it same, thrice x minus 2 by 8, 2 by 7. Is this line is parallel? Answer is yes, because this value, the slope is same, and they have different y-intercept. No problem. Y-intercept will be different to become the parallel line, to be the parallel line. So they are parallel. Another example. Suppose if I write here y equal to 5x plus 8. Then if I write y equal to, let's say, twice x plus 8. Are they parallel? See, this is same, right? So what do you think? Are they parallel? Maybe? No, answer is no, because their slope is different. So these two are not parallel. These two are parallel. It doesn't matter. Their y-intercept is same, which we don't care about them. Many lines can be y-intercept same, but they are not parallel. To be parallel, what have to be same? Slope. Slope has to be same. Yeah, all this discussion is parallel lines have same slope and different y-intercept, and this is the main definition. Parallel lines will have same slope and different y-intercept. Automatically they will be different y-intercept. Okay, automatically. Why different y-intercept? The reason is so that we get two different lines, and that's why. Now come to perpendicular line. What about perpendicular line? Perpendicular line is something like this. One line is here and another line is like, when two lines intersect. Let me draw it and talk. When this is a line, suppose this is a line, and another line. So you see, another line can come like this also. They intersected at some point, at this point. But these two lines can intersect in another way also. Suppose this is a line, and another line is coming such a way so that when they intersect, when they intersect, they make 90-degree angle here. If two lines intersect in such a way that at their intersection they make 90-degree everywhere, then these two lines, they are perpendicular lines. They are perpendicular lines. And you can see here also, there is 90-degree here, 90-degree here, 90-degree here, 90-degree here. If two lines are perpendicular, they will make 90-degree everywhere. That's the like thumb rule kind of. And so in our parallel line, we said that slope is same in the parallel lines. What about the perpendicular lines? In the perpendicular lines, let's go back. In the perpendicular line, the rule is the slope of this line and slope of this line will be negative reciprocal of each other. What does it mean? Simply, it means if you multiply this line's slope and this line's slope, if you multiply them, answer will be -1. Or, let me explain it from the definition. Suppose this line's slope is m1 and suppose this line's slope is m2. Then the relationship of these two lines will be m1 will be equals to negative reciprocal means 1 divided by. So this will be the relationship. And from this actually you can write what I said. If you multiply m1 and then if you bring the m2 here, you get -1. You get this -1. So what does it mean? Let's look at an example. We have actually example here. So let's use it. So you see line A and line B. Suppose our question is suppose I am asking you this question now. There is a two line given. One line is y equal to 2 by 3 x minus 8 divided by 3. There is another line which is y equal to -3 by 2 x plus 2. My question is these two lines are perpendicular to each other? Is these two lines are parallel to each other or none? Line can be parallel, line can be perpendicular, and they can be not parallel, not perpendicular. There is three kind of two lines. So are they parallel? First of all, they are not parallel. Why? Because they are not same. See, this is 2 by 3, this is 3 by 2. So they are not same. Number is not same. So they are not parallel. So are they perpendicular? Now we can do the calculation. See, first value is 2 divided by 3 into, we said that if they are perpendicular, then if we multiply them, answer will be -1. So let's multiply them. This is 2 by 3 and this is -3 by 2. Okay, let's write -3 divided by 2. Now you can see that we can cancel out these two and these two because there one in the numerator, another in denominator. These 3 and these 3 also you can cancel out. We have just only -1. Only -1 is remaining. -1 is remaining. So you can see our -1 came. -1 actually came here. That means these two lines are perpendicular to each other. So if we multiply two slopes of two given straight line and the answer is -1, then we will say that, oh, these two lines are perpendicular to each other. Now another way we can ask this question. Suppose we can say that, well, we can ask this question actually. Say for example, one equation is given y equals to, let's say, 1 divided by 3, or let's say 2 divided by 3. Let's use 2 divided by 3. 2 divided by 3 is here, so let's use something different. Okay, 1 divided by 2, just simply 1 divided by 2. 1 divided by 2x plus something, let's say plus 3. So what will be the slope of perpendicular to this line. This is a line. What will be the slope of the line which is perpendicular to this line? This way also you can ask this question, and actually you can find it from here very easily. So the slope of this line is 1 divided by 2, and another line which will be perpendicular to this line, their slope will have some, see, there is some relationship, some negative thing comes. You can use this formula also directly, or simply there is no negative, so we must have a negative sign. Let's give a negative, and this 2 is down here, so to get the negative reciprocal it must go up, and this 1 should come down, which is 2 divided by 1. So the slope of perpendicular line of this line will be just simply minus 2. And then there will be something like something a minus 2x, then plus some number you can give, y equals to any number actually you can write here. Suppose some constant c. These two lines will be perpendicular to each other. Let me give you another example. Let's say 3 divided by 7, which is another good number, or 3 by 5. Let's say 3 by 5. Suppose y equals to 3 divided by 5 x plus 2. So what will be the slope of perpendicular line of this line? That will be very simple. See, minus 5 will go up, 3 will come down to make it negative reciprocal. So it will be minus 5 divided by 3. This will be the slope of perpendicular line. Let's give you another example. Suppose y equal to just simply, let's say, 5x. Just only 5x, nothing else. So what will be the perpendicular line of this line? Slope of perpendicular line, let's say. Actually, there are tons of perpendicular line of this line possible. Slope of the perpendicular line of this line will be what? And that will be, let's bring a minus, and this is 5, and there is 1 down here, which is 5 by 1. So it will be 1 divided by 5. 1 divided by 5. Now let's start with something negative. Suppose y equals to, let's say, minus what? Minus 3x plus 2. What will be the slope of this line's perpendicular line? Now since we already have a minus, so what? Now we do not need that extra minus. This will be just simply, think about it, what? This is 3, so it will become 1 divided by 3. 1 divided by 3. Why? You can ask why, and then the reason is, if you see technically, if we multiply 1 by 3 into minus 3, answer is what? Answer is minus 1. This cancel out, answer is minus 1. So the relationship between the slope will be somewhat like this. If you multiply them, answer will be minus 1. If you multiply them, answer will be minus 1. So this is the relationship between the slope of two perpendicular lines. This is the relationship between two reciprocal. Reciprocal means upside down. You can think it this way also, or we can say negative inverse. Negative inverse also possible. We can say that negative inverse also we can say. These are the challenge problem that you can try to solve, and like 3 points, 4 points are given. You have to prove that this is a quadrilateral, and this is a square. So 4 points are given. If by connecting these 4 points, if you make a quadrilateral, this will be a square. You have to prove it. And how can you prove it? If you can prove that the sides are equal, the length is equal, that means you have to find out the length, and all angles are 90 degrees, that means you have to find out their relationship of their slope. Okay, this is the clue. So this is what you will give a try. And then in class practice we have this, which probably we will do in the class, or let's see what we can do in the class. Then we have more practice problem. These all are practice problem that you can try. I think that's all for this moment. So in this lesson we discussed some review we started from the slope, and then we discussed the equation of different form of equation of a straight line. There is three forms: slope-intercept form, point slope form, standard form. Then we discussed about the parallel lines, perpendicular lines in detail. And that's all for this moment. Thank you all. Thank you very much. See you all in the class. Bye-bye.